Morning everyone. I welcome you all in science class students. Students, today we are going to revise chapter number 11. The name of this chapter is motion and measurement. So here in this chapter we are going to discuss certain topics like what is motion, measurement, what is the need of measurement, traditional way of measurement, traditional ways of measurement, so that we will going to revise. So first start with measurement. What is a measurement? Measurement is basically the comparison between an unknown quantity with some fixed quantity, right, with some known quantity. That is called measurement. So I'm giving you just one example. Let us suppose you are going in a grocery shop and you want to buy 1 kg, right? So you ask the grocer, and what he does, he put the 1 kg bar at one side and he keeps adding the rice on the rice or the sugar in a basket, right, until it get balanced. So here the bar is what? It's a fixed quantity, and 1 kg rice means we need to buy 1 kg rice and we do not know what quantity in 1 kg will come. So what he does, he keeps on adding until it get balanced. So this is what? This is the measurement. So in a similar way we use measurement in day-to-day life for measuring, like if you want to go from one place to another place, right? Let us suppose you want to go from Hisar to Delhi. So what you do? First you look for the distance. So what is the distance between Hisar, and then you will manage your time accordingly. So what you are doing here? You are doing measurement. Other than that, like sometime you got the fever and your mother check your body temperature with an instrument called thermometer. So the body check means the value she got it on the thermometer. That is what she is doing. She is doing measurement. Except that for defining physical property we need measurement. For scientific research we need measurement. For any measurement, a number and a units are required, and a unit is a fixed quantity. So each and every physical quantity has some fixed quantity. Let us suppose in length has some fixed quantity, that is meter. Time has fixed quantity, that is second. So these fixed quantity are known as units, right? Traditional way or traditional method used for measurement, that is angul, handspan, cubit, foot. Now what is angul? The width of one finger, that is a angul. Let us suppose I need to measure this pen by using a method called angul. So what I will do, first I'll keep my 4 fingers here. This is 4 angul. 4 plus 4, 8 angul. 8 plus again 1, 9 angul. So the length of this pen is 9 angul. Now if I want to measure the length of this notebook, so I'll use the another way, that is handspan. Handspan is basically the length between the thumb and the little finger, right? If I stretch my thumb and the little finger, the length between both these fingers means thumb and the little finger is known as handspan, right? So this is the way we do the measurement. Like this notebook, 1 handspan and then 1/2 handspan. Again we the another method is cubit, foot, that we already done in the classroom activity, right? Here you can see these are the different ways. The length of 1 foot is known as foot. The length between an elbow and a finger, right, middle finger, that is called 1 cubit. So these are the traditional ways, traditional method for measuring anything. As these methods are not reliable because every person have different different size body parts, right? Their size varies. So these methods are not reliable. So later on some common unit system was established. The first common system called decimal system was established by a committee of French Academy in 1790, and this system is known as metric system. In this system, the length was measured by centimeter, gram, and weight is measured by gram, and time is measured by second. Later on, in 1901, a more appropriate system was developed, and with this system some modification occurs, right, and a more understandable system of unit was established by International System of Unit, and that was derived by General Conference of Weights and Measure. So these system set 7 fundamental quantities. Now fundamental quantities, the quantities which are not dependent on any other quantity, like temperature, volume, temperature, time. Volume is depends on another quantity, but mass, length, time, it is not depend on any other quantity. So these are the fundamental quantity. So these fundamental quantities, their unit was fixed by General Conference of Weights and Measurement, right, and this system is known as International System of Unit. In this system, each quantity was approved, means each quantity was set by some unit, and it has approved system, approved symbol. It also have multiple sub-multiples, right, and this system is used for any scientific purposes, and the unit in this system are called SI units. So I hope you have understood all the things. That's it for today. Now rest we will discuss in another video. Thank you and have a nice day ahead.